This is your semester test review, number 32 through 34. Number 32, you guys will be graphing two inequalities, and I want you to be able to graph it on your calculator. So if you look at your very first one right here, I'm going to show you this is a less than sign, and the way to type it into your calculator is if you go to y equal, which is right here. See this part? This part tells you it can be equal than, greater than, less than. So if you left click over and you hit enter, okay, you see how this part is highlighted? That means greater than. If you hit enter again, this part means less than. Less than, if you look at the far left, do you see how it is smaller? So this one is less than. So I'm going to use less than. Type in the equation, 2/5. Put parentheses around your fraction. Your x is right here. This is your x. So type in x minus 3. And if you hit graph, it will graph for you. Now for you to transfer this over onto your paper, you need to just go to second table and start plotting some points. And you see how you can go up and down, okay? So get some few negative numbers, get a few positive numbers, and you'll have your line. So for example, I like to go to whole numbers. So here's a whole number. You got -5 and 5. So you go -5, -5. Another one is 0 and 3. So I'm going to go 0, 3. Okay? And if you scroll down, there's 0, -3. And the other one is 5, -1. So I'm going to go to +5, -1. So there you have your 3 points, and you can form your line. Now, if there's no line under this here, this line is going to be dashes. These are dashes, okay? For your next one, go to y equal. One more thing I want to show you. If you hit enter, see how the equal is not highlighted? It's not going to graph for you, okay? So it has to be highlighted. So I'm going to go ahead and graph my second one as well, just to show you what it looks like. See how that's less than or equal to? So left click over, hit enter. That one's also less than, so it's going to go in the same direction. Type -x squared. Your square button is right here, okay? +5, just like that. Let me try this again, okay? -x square +5. Some of you might have to right click and now hit graph, and it's going to graph for you. And that's my red graph right here. Notice how there's a equal underneath it, so this one here will be solid, okay? Solid means there's no break. Now if you go to y equal, notice I forgot to do the less than sign, so let me change that to a less than, okay? And it's going to graph for you. That means everything below your vertex is going to get a graph. And when you put the two together, I'm going to highlight this equal sign and push enter. It's going to graph both of them. The solution for both is where they overlap, which is the orange part. I just want you to be able to graph, okay? That's number 32. And you can go to second table to get all those points as well. All right, let's go ahead and clear this. And go ahead and clear this and go to number 33. Same thing. This time, this here is greater than, and you see how there's an equal? This is going to be a solid line, okay? So go to your y equal, left click over, push enter, and select the one that is greater than. Keep hitting enter until you see it. And there's my greater than. Now type in -x + 1. This will show you that this is a straight line, and hit graph. See how it graphs for you? Now all you need to do is go find some points. So I'm going to hit second table. I'm going to plot -1, +2, 0, 1, 1, 0. So that kind of gives me an idea of what my points is going to be. Okay? Grab a ruler, connect your points, solid line. Now, if you look on your calculator, see which way it graphed. It graphed everything above. So I'm going to just do a little line to let me see. Okay. Your second one, this one is less than. So I'm going to go ahead and not show that one yet so I can get my points. This one's less than. And there's my less than. Here's your graph. Right click over, enter x squared minus 4, and hit graph. And that's how it graphs for you. See how it looks like a parabola. And if you hit second table, you can get some points, okay? So you have -3, 5, which is up here, -2, 0, -1, -3, okay, 0, -4. I went too far, so that's that one right there. Let me take off this extra one. Alright, and then you have 2, 0, okay, you also have 1, -3, and you just keep going. I have enough just to get a shape. Notice there's no equal, so these are going to be dashes. Make sure it's a curve and not a V. Kind of gives you a shape. And when I graph, notice it was graphing everything outside, okay? Where do you guys see them overlap? Where do you see the two colors come together? Well, I see them from here over here. So that's everything on this side of it. And then I see them overlapping from here to right here, okay? And there you have your graph. And there's your overlap. That's number 33. 34, same concept, except this time you have 3 of them. So I'm going to y equal, and I'm going to clear every one of them so I don't have to do it again, okay? All right, number 34, same thing, okay? That is greater than, let's go to y1. Enter, enter, greater than, right? Right click over to negative parentheses, x minus 2 parentheses square, and hit graph. Kind of give you an idea what the graph looks like, okay? Now if you want to, you could do, shade later. But now I'm going to go to second table, and I'm going to plot my points. And I'm going to do this one in green. So you have -3, 25. That's too big of a number. -2, -16, too big. How about -1, -9? Okay? 0, -4, 1, -1, 2, 0, 3, -1, and you kind of see it's kind of repeating. See how there's a line going this way? There's an equal with it, so it's going to be a solid line. And when you graph, it was everything outside of the parabola. Just like that. Next equation, y equal. I'm going to turn this one off, and let's go ahead and turn this one on. This one is less than. Okay, right click over, 2 parentheses, x plus 4 parentheses square minus 6. And hit graph. Kind of gives you an idea what the graph looks like. This one goes this way. Okay. Go to second table, plot some points. So you have -3, -4, -2, +2, -1, 12. See how it's kind of going off? So I'm going to go up instead. -4, -6, -5, -4. You see a pattern taking place, okay? And you just keep going. And then this one does not have an equal, so it's going to be a solid line, not included in your solution. And when you graph, it was everything outside. You kind of see the overlap right here already. Okay. Next, y equal. Turn this one off, Do the next one. That one is a greater than sign, okay? Enter, enter. Y is equal to -8, and this should be a solid line, and just hit graph. So it's everything above -8. No line under it, so this is also a dash. And it's everything above. Okay, there you go. Now if you want to, I would put them all together. Hit enter, and graph all three, and you can kind of see where they all overlap. I forgot to graph one, I can tell. Yeah, I did. So right here is where they all overlap. See the darker point right here? This is where they all overlap. So it's everything from here, excuse me, going up, come down, all of this is going to be shaded. Okay? That's the overlap. And you are finished. I just want you to be able to do it on a calculator. So if you can do it on a calculator, you will do fine on this semester test. And there you have it. Good luck. I will post this on the board.